If you've been feeling stuck, lazy, unmotivated, and like you're starting over every Monday, don't worry, bestie, that's exactly where I'm at too. Going into 2026, I need a reset, I need consistency, I need structure, and I need to start keeping the promises I make to myself. So on January 1st, I'm starting the 75 Hard Challenge. And I'm not doing this for an extreme glow up, I'm doing it to rebuild discipline, confidence, and self-respect. So in today's video, I'm breaking down what 75 Hard is, how I'm approaching it, and how you can follow along with me. Hi besties! Welcome back to my channel. Let's answer the big question that we're all wondering, and that is, what even is 75 hard? Well, don't worry, I'm gonna break it down for us today, because if you're still watching, then you're clearly looking for a reset to start keeping promises to yourself and to start the new year off on a productive note. And that's exactly where I'm at, which is why I chose to do the 75 Hard Challenge, which is basically a 75-day commitment to consistency. It's a challenge built around non-negotiable healthy habits that you do every single day for 75 days straight. So movement, intention, reading, hydration, and the whole concept is pretty simple. You show up for yourself every single day for 75 days, and if you miss a day, then you have to restart. Let's quickly go over the exact rules of the challenge. For 75 consecutive days, you must complete all of the following every single day. If you miss one, then you start over at day one. Follow a diet. Choose any structured diet, but there has to be no alcohol. For the diet portion, this doesn't have to be anything extreme. Like it says, you can choose which diet you follow. For me personally, I'm choosing to do whole foods 80-20 rule. So 80% whole foods and then 20% whatever I'm craving, whatever I want. But obviously choose whatever is gonna work best for you. I just know a strict diet for myself is not gonna be productive, so that's why I'm going the whole foods 80-20 route. And as we go through these rules, you'll find that this challenge is, yes, hard, but it's also customizable. So you can kind of make it as hard or as aligned with where you're at as you want. So rule number 2 is you must do 2 45-minute workouts a day. One must be outdoors and they have to be separate, they can't be back to back. So this is where I am bending the rules for myself a little bit. I live in Canada and the winters are way too crazy. Like, I would be setting myself up for failure if I said I was gonna do one outdoor workout right now in the middle of winter. So when I say our winters are bad, like, they are so bad. I am on my own weather system where I live, basically. So I'm currently living in a snow globe. It's a lot of fun, but not fun enough for me to want to go do a workout outside. Maybe if I choose I want to do this in the summer, absolutely I'd do a workout outside every day, but it's just not in the cards for me right now, and I'm making that exception to the rule for myself for this challenge. For my 2 workouts a day, I decided the easiest way for me to get both movement in is, one, to do a walk. Walking is so accessible to me. I have a treadmill in my basement, and I also find while I'm walking, I can kind of habit stack. So if I have work to do, I can work from my phone. So I can do work while I'm walking, or I can read while I'm walking. Walking is just also really good for you. I decided to do 1 walk a day. For my second workout of the day, I'm rotating between Pilates, strength training, and yoga. So on rest days, it'll be a walk in yoga, then a walk in a leg day, or a walk in Pilates. You guys get the point. This is a schedule that I know I can realistically follow if I plan around for it. I know if I stick to it and I stick my mind to it, I can for sure fit 2 45-minute workouts in my day. But again, the whole point is to choose what works best for you. So if you know that you maybe really don't like walking, maybe don't choose that as one of your forms of movement. Like you can do yoga, you could do a dance video on YouTube, like whatever movement brings you joy, choose that form of movement because it'll be so much easier to want to do it every day. Number 3, you have to drink a gallon of water, which is about 3.8 liters. This is gonna be hard. For this, I recommend just getting an emotional support water bottle so everywhere you go, you can just kind of sip on it throughout the day. Number 4, you must read 10 pages of a non-fiction book. So it can be self-development, mindset, business. Recently, I've really been curious about sales, and I know that it's a valuable skill that you can kind of apply in multiple areas of your life. So I decided to pick the book Gap Selling for one of my reads during this challenge. And it just teaches you about how to sell to people. But again, whatever you find interesting, whatever area that you want to learn more about, it could be anything. And number 5, you have to take a progress photo every day just to track. A progress photo / proof that I completed the day of 75 hard. And I've actually turned number 5 into documenting every single day because I'm filming every day of my journey of 75 hard. So my progress photo is just gonna be in the form of TikTok. So if you want to see my entire journey, make sure to go follow my TikTok account. I'll put it on the screen here. And then just a few clarifications. There are no rest days, there are no makeup days, and the goal is mental toughness and consistency. Despite the fitness rules, the challenge is meant to build discipline, self-trust, follow through, and mental resilience. And overall, that is exactly what I feel like I'm needing in my life right now. I feel like I need to be more self-disciplined. I need to be able to keep the promises I make to myself. I really want to build my confidence up, and I know that building confidence comes from following through with the promises you make to yourself. So this challenge is kind of the start of that journey for me. I've loosely talked about this before, but since turning 25, I've genuinely been going through a quarter-life crisis. And I feel like I just need some sort of direction. I need to hit reset. I feel a little lost in life, so I feel like this challenge is just kind of a way for me to put my mind to something and just prove to myself that, yeah, I can do hard things. I can achieve anything I set my mind to, and just build my confidence up to show that I can actually put myself first, because I know I should be putting myself first, but I haven't been great at practicing that. So this year is all about choosing myself and choosing to keep the promises I make to myself, which is my overall big why of 75 hard. So now that we've gone over the ground rules, I want to know, bestie, are you joining me? Are we in this together? Are we cheering each other on? A challenge is so much easier when you surround yourself with community because we can cheer each other on and keep each other going. I'm filming this 1 week into my challenge, and just the community that I've already been able to touch on TikTok has been insane and is honestly what's keeping me going. So whether you're joining me now, you've already started, or you plan on starting next week, leave a comment in the comment section below because I want to be able to cheer you on. So let's motivate each other. I also know that there are a few different variations of this challenge. I've seen a few people do 75 soft, whatever fits into your life best. And just a gentle reminder that you don't have to choose to do 75 hard, and you don't have to choose to do anything at all if you don't want to. Literally the only thing that matters is choosing yourself and doing it in a way that feels aligned to you. And that is the whole point of even doing this. So without further ado, let's get into it!
Before starting 75 hard, I knew I couldn't rely on motivation alone, so instead of jumping straight in, I took some time to reset my space, organize my week, and make things a little easier for myself. Because I've learned that discipline isn't about pushing harder, it's about setting yourself up so quitting isn't the easiest option. So let's create an environment that supports the version of us that we're becoming. I started by resetting my space and cleaning my room, because when your environment feels calm, it's so much easier to stay consistent. Then this might be my favorite part of the prep that I did. I put up 75 sticky notes on my bedroom wall, one for every day of the challenge. There's something about physically peeling off one each day, and it feels like a reminder that progress is happening even when it feels slow. I think it's just a cute reminder to show how far you've come throughout the challenge. Part of prepping for 75 Hard was getting everything out of my head and onto paper. So I journaled about why I'm even doing this in the first place. What hasn't been working? What do I want to feel more of? And what am I hoping to rebuild in myself over the next 75 days? I think to be successful with 75 Hard, you have to really plan for your week and understand when you can fit your habits in. So I pre-planned my entire week of workouts. I figured out when would my workouts fit in my schedule and what can I realistically do every single day. When you know why you're doing something and you know how it's going to fit into your life, it just becomes a lot easier to keep going. Then for fun, every week in my planner, I pick a new quote that just reminds me to keep going. And for every week that I complete 75 Hard, I'm going to reward myself with a little treat. So I make sure to include that in my planner as well. And this could be literally anything. For this week, I'm writing down that I'm getting a coffee from my favorite cafe, just something that you can look forward to and use as a form of motivation. And lastly, I did some meal prepping for 75 Hard, which I am going to try and do every Sunday. To be completely honest, I don't love to cook, so if I can make it easier on myself and do it all in one go, then I'm gonna do that. Think of it as giving your future self just a little bit of support because it's one less thing you have to worry about.
besties. It's officially the new year. I cannot believe it is 2026. Where did the time go? Where did 2025 go? I feel like I blinked and 2025 was over, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. 2025 was not my year. It was, let's just say I learned a lot, I grew a lot, and I'm excited for that chapter to be closed, and I'm very excited for what 2026 has to hold. Happy 2026, everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for being here. I figured to start 2026 off on a good note that I would be participating in the 75 Hard Challenge. Why am I doing this to myself, you may ask? I'm going through a quarter life crisis. I feel like I need to get better at keeping promises to myself, and for me, 75 Hard is keeping a promise to myself that I'm gonna put myself first every single day for 75 days. If you guys are doing it too, let me know. I feel like it's always easier to complete a challenge when you're doing it with somebody. We're starting January 1st. Start the New Year's off on a good foot. Anywho, we're doing a leg day today. I'm excited. Kind of switching up my leg day routine, except not really. I've been following like the same leg day routine for years, but I'm just adding in a new movement, but I'll show you guys when we get there. I'm gonna get dressed, we're gonna go to the gym, and it's a good day to have a good day. Slay the day away.
Has this like magical aura around it. Like there's something, you're magnetizing people in 2026. You are starting something that is going to, I heard New York Times bestseller, but I'm hearing like you're really fucking popping off. Your mind is worth millions in 2026, and
sometimes I fall victim to the tarot card readings that pop up on my TikTok feed. And according to this girl, I am making millions this year, and you know what? Let's make it happen, shall we? I just finished my workout. It was such a good workout. I just finished lunch. I just got out of the shower. I'm trying to do my hair right now. Since it's New Year's, everything's like closed. I don't really have much work to do today. Who knows what we'll get up to for the day? I'm probably gonna work anyways, just because I love working. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be productive today. It's so funny because I feel like I hype up the new year in my head and like I'm really excited for 2026, but like I didn't go out last night. I decided to stay in, which I'm very glad I did. I just did not feel like waking up and feeling hungover today. But it's just weird because it's like you hype these things up in your head and then sometimes it just kind of feels like every other day. And that's what today feels like for me. Like I don't feel like it's 2026 yet. I know it is, but like it's just like crazy how fast it came. My brain literally can't comprehend that it's literally 2026 today. Like it's just crazy. But I feel like by doing 75 hard, I'm just setting myself up for the new year, and immediately getting myself into a routine, which I have really been needing. I did kind of fall into a loop or a habit where I was a little lenient on myself, which like that was just, I needed to be, honestly. Like I was going through a lot mentally and I just needed a softer life for a hot minute, but I'm over it. Now I'm ready to like lock in. I am excited to be productive. I'm excited to challenge myself. My water bottle is empty. I'm doing pretty good with the water so far, but I just wanted to show you guys quick because Bloom sent me some of their products. I've had these before and I am obsessed with them. They have them at one of the cafes I go to and sometimes I get them, but it's Super Belly by Bloom and it's a gut building hydration powder, and they gave me 2 flavors, the acai pomegranate and the strawberry hibiscus. They're both really yummy, but I feel like if you're not good at drinking water, adding electrolytes or adding something like this makes it a little bit easier because it tastes so yummy. So like you're craving it, and right now I'm craving one of these. So I think I'm gonna have the acai pomegranate one and fill up my water bottle. Besties, guess what? We've officially completed day 1. That feels so good to like rip it off the wall like that. Let's sit, let's chat so I can give you my day 1 thoughts. While we chat, I'm gonna fill out my daily planner. It's actually so interesting because I wasn't expecting to have any like thoughts or realizations on the very first day, but never say never, because I had this thought while I was on the treadmill. And I posted it on my TikTok actually, which if you want to stay up to date and have daily updates throughout my 75 hard journey, TikTok is going to be my main platform for that. Just like no thoughts, just vibes of everything that I'm experiencing through this challenge. While I was on the treadmill, I had this realization. I was walking and the treadmill was at 30 minutes. And in my head, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop at 30 minutes because 30 minutes is enough. And then I had to kind of check myself and I was like, wait, why would I stop walking at 30 minutes? It just made me think, like, if I told a friend or somebody that I loved or cared about that I would do 2 workouts a day for 45 minutes, I would not stop at 30 minutes. I would carry through to the 45 minutes and I would do it with love and respect. And not once would I think I'm gonna stop early. Because if I care about you and I love you, I don't want to let you down, right? So I just thought to myself, if I made this promise to a friend, I would not stop at 30 minutes. So why am I questioning these promises when I make them to myself? And I know that sounds deep for what it is, but I don't know, it just kind of hit me and I was like, this is exactly why I need to do this challenge. And it just kind of confirmed that I feel like I made the right decision, and I'm kind of excited to see how my mind transforms over these next 75 days, because if on day 1 I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'll just stop now, like 30 minutes, like like who cares? I care. I made a promise to myself to do 2 45-minute workouts a day. So I am going to commit to 2 45-minute workouts a day, and I'm gonna do them with the amount of love and effort that I would give to somebody else if they asked me to do 2 45-minute workouts a day. And I know that sounds like so funny, but you know what? I don't care. If this gets me to keep promises to myself, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep thinking like this. I'm also really loving the book I chose so far. I read more than 10 pages. I got to chapter 2. I like the way that it's structured so far. It's really easy to understand, and it's simple but like mind-opening, eye-opening so far. So I'm really excited to see how it progresses as I go. It is so satisfying when you can tick off every single habit that you're working on in your tracker. Like, yes, love that for me. Tomorrow is actually gonna be a lot of fun because I have my Pilates class at 10:30 in the morning, which is a little later in the day, in my opinion. I mean, I'm waking up at 6, so like I have 4 hours before my workout. So in my brain, I'm like, well, I might as well wake up at 6, do my first workout, and then my second workout be my Pilates class. So I'll be halfway done my 75 hard tasks by 10:30, which is kind of fun to think about. Today was fun because it's New Year's and I don't really have any other obligations, but we're back to reality tomorrow. So I kind of want to show you guys how I'm integrating 75 hard into a realistic day in my life. So we're gonna do one more day together, and then like I said, if you guys want daily updates, then definitely check out my TikTok and we can hang out on there every single day. As long as you promise you won't get sick of me. Just kidding! Just kidding. I hang out with myself every day and I never get sick of me. Alright besties, well I'm exhausted. It's 9:30. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, I'm going to bed. It's 9:30 and I am going to bed. I am so tired. So I will see you in the morning. Good night. Is going to be awake, so I have to be really quiet. I'm like completely out of my favorite serum, so I've been doing the most to try and get the rest of the product out because there is still products left in here. And this little like applicator won't pick up the remaining products, so I've been like getting creative here. This worked when there was a bit more in here. My least favorite thing to like restock on is skincare and makeup. I think it's because it's like so expensive at first, although it does last you like quite some time. It's just like that initial shop is so expensive and I don't love to do it. So I'm really just trying to get the most out of my money here. I think we've reached the end. I've really done the most to try and make this work, but there's nothing left. I'm also out of toner. So literally the only skincare steps that I have are my under eye gel and my face cream. So that's what we're gonna do for skincare today. And then I guess maybe I'll go shopping later today, we'll see. little office and it's currently 9:12 in the morning. I ate breakfast, I made a coffee, and every Friday I have a Pilates class, so I'm just gonna do some work while I wait for my Pilates class to start. It starts at 10:30, so I just have some time to kill, and I have a few things that I need to do for my business, and I'm also editing this vlog as I go, so I think I'm just gonna do some editing and work to pass some time before my Pilates class. That will be this 75 hard done, like pretty early, because by 10:30 I'll be done my 2 45-minute workouts. I've already read my 10 pages of a book. I technically took a progress picture. I'll probably take one when I go to the gym. Water I'll continue to drink throughout the day, and then follow a whole foods diet. I've meal prepped everything, but I am actually going out tonight for dinner. It's my friend's birthday, so we're gonna go celebrate tonight. We're going to one of my favorite restaurants, so I'm gonna get a little gluten-free. I'll either get a gluten-free pasta or a salad, I'm not sure yet, but I'm the type of person to look at the menu before I go and pick what I want before I'm even there. So like when I get to the restaurant and I'm reading the menu, it's all fake. I know exactly what I want. I'm just playing along for the act to pretend I'm normal, but really I've been plotting in my head the whole time what I wanted to eat from the restaurant before I even get there. I think waking up at 6 a.m. makes me a little delusional, but you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. officially 1 week into 75 hard, and I wanted to give you guys a little update. How am I feeling after 1 week? Do I feel like I learned anything after 1 week? Do I feel like it's worth it after 1 week? Let's just do a quick little mini debrief. So I think the biggest lesson I've learned after 1 week is that time is going to pass by regardless of if you choose to challenge yourself or if you don't. If you choose to show up for yourself or you don't. So in my mind, it's like, if time's gonna pass anyway, I might as well just choose to show up for myself, because I'd rather spend my time putting myself first than not, and trying to become a better version of myself than not. Challenging myself makes me feel good, it makes me feel accomplished, and like I'm working towards something. I feel like overall the first week, I've had moments where I was so ready to quit. Like, I think day 3 or 4, I was like, oh gosh, what am I doing to myself? It was just one of those days where I did not want to do both my workouts, and I really had to kind of push myself and just remind myself of my why, which is lesson number 2. I think it's so important to understand why you're even choosing to do this in the first place, because that honestly is what kept me going. Is I'm doing this to prove to myself that I can keep promises to myself. So yeah, constantly reminding myself of that has been really helping. I also think that 75 hard is gonna force me to really get clear on my routines, like my morning routine and my night routine, because I have not been able to wake up early like I've wanted to, but I think I'm gonna have to start because the day keeps like getting away from me. It's currently 5 p.m. I just finished work, and now I still have to find time to do 2 45-minute workouts, and that's just not sustainable. I need to have time in the morning to do one 45-minute workout and then time at night to do my second one. So week 2 onwards, my challenge is really getting clear on what my routines are and just staying consistent with my routines. Like, I need to start going to bed earlier. I need to start waking up earlier. And this challenge is gonna help force me into that habit. And I think that's honestly, after 1 week, I've realized that's just the whole point. 75 hard is just here to help reinforce healthy habits. Hopefully by the end of 75 hard, these habits become second nature to me and I fall into a routine, going to bed early, waking up early, choosing to put myself first, all the good things. So after 1 week, I can say I feel like it is worth it. I might be feeling different by next week. I might be over it by next week, but as of right now, I'm happy I'm doing it. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my TikTok. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload every Thursday and sometimes Sunday. Bye, besties!